Coach Rye here. Today, we're going to talk about NPC Nationals fit model. We're going to look at some pro card winners, top 5 in the overall winners class, break down this new division, those placings, why they're landing the way that they are, and what that means for you as a fit model competitor out here 2026 trying to do your best on stage. What the heck are the judges looking for? I'm going to break it down for you right here. First and foremost, though, I got to talk to you about this. We got our new roadmap experience. It's the best experience I've ever given out, and it's free. 7 days. You get an in-depth physique assessment, daily check-ins with me, custom training, advanced competitor analysis, custom nutrition, stage readiness score, and I will build you your very own personalized 12-month roadmap that basically says, hey, here's where you are, here's what you got to work on, here's how you do it, here's the map for it, right? It is freaking phenomenal. We launched this last week. People have been giving me nothing but crazy feedback on it, and they are loving it. So you get an opportunity to jump in here before I got to cap out seats because it's filling up too fast. Just go to teamfflex.com/roadmap or hit the link in the description, and I'll see you on the other side. You can be over there in 2 minutes. That's all it takes. By the time that I'm done with this video, you already be in there. We could be chatting. We could be figuring it out, how to get you to your best, and that's exactly what it's for. All right, so let's get down to the video now. So as we said, NPC Nationals fit model. This class contains the overall winner. That is Faith right here. Okay, Faithlynn and Danielle over here in second. These are our 2 pro card winners. So they both won their pro card in fit model. Very good indicators of where things are going. We also have Jada over here in third. Let's break these placings down. Let's talk a little bit about it. Fit model, as we know, Bikini as of 10 years ago, really. Soon I'll have to be saying 11 probably, but we're getting in that zone where this division has started. It's rolling. It's going. People are wondering about it. People are saying, is this for me? Okay, well, this is the old original Bikini front pose right here. And then this division is really kind of in that same zone where the muscularity, it's not at the same point. It's a little bit softer, right? It doesn't look like current today's Bikini. It looked like Bikini from before. So that's really what fit model is. So Faithlynn, she's got good overall shoulder development, not too much, right? That's really key in fit model. You don't want to have too much shoulders. If you do, it's going to look more like Bikini. It's not going to favor you. So fit model athletes in every single muscle are going to be less muscular than Bikini. Good taper in at the midsection. This pose is all about still showcasing the best hourglass shape you can. So you really want to see that sweep, that V-tapered look in the upper body down into the midsection. And then lower body, you want to see it exemplify, with quads, with glutes, everything to fill that back out, create that shape. So she has that a lot. You can definitely see she got a lot of shape. And then, lower body, a lot of quad density going on here, a lot of fullness. In other words, right? It's one of those looks where the lower body is going to look fuller because you have more body fat, right? These competitors are not getting as lean. They're showcasing more of that fullness, more of that shape. That's really becoming the fit model look at this point. Fit model, when it started out, it was looking very lean. It was looking very, very under muscled. There was a lot of different stuff going on stages. We're getting a very clear outcome now, and that is shape, that is fullness, and that is making sure you are not too shredded lean or anything like that, right? Which we look at her, not really happening, right? So we can see a flat stomach. That's good. Nothing separating up here really too much. No separations down the lower body either. This is really a fit model look that is balanced, that is full, and that is what is winning. She won the overall, her pro card as well. Now we look over here at Danielle. Let's see, a lot of similarities, some clear differences, but a lot of similarities. So Danielle, good overall shoulder shape, not overdone, not too much, nothing crazy, no figure delts on this stage, okay? We can see a midsection taper in. That looks good. We see balance from the glutes, from the quads, from everything here, creating that final look. Instantly what you'll notice, okay, she's showing a little bit leaner. We can start to see a little bit more of those six-pack lines going on. That's not necessarily from her training abs. That's from a level of condition. We also can see just a little bit more of the ribs, a little bit more oblique. Those are all indicators she was showcasing a little bit leaner. So she still wins the pro card, but in this class, Faithlynn is looking a little bit softer. So again, indicator from judges, they're preferring that softer, more filled out look. We do see in the quads too, lower body. That is a big difference there in how much muscle and, fullness is showcasing, in other words, due to the body fat levels of this division. So again, a fuller looking fit model is really what's in right now, and what I expect we're going to see, throughout this next season for sure. Looking over here now at Jada, what we can see, good overall shape, not too much in the shoulders, tapers in very well, good balance here between the lower body and the glutes. For her, maybe she's just showcasing a little bit under on the muscle at that point, and she does definitely appear little bit leaner, right? We can see a pretty hard oblique line here. We do see more separation in the delts. We can start to see the quads splitting up a little bit. So she may have been just a tad too lean and maybe needing a little bit more of that muscle and that fullness, which a lot of times, funny enough, can be as simple as how you peak. Let's take a look from the back. This is where the full story is always told for every division. Instantly, what we can see, Faithlynn very filled out, a lot of fullness in the shoulders, a lot of taper in, everything looks good, a lot of fullness to the glutes, to the quads, to the hamstrings. This is a lot of muscle fullness, so she has a lot of that shape, a lot of that fullness coming from, again, muscle bellies that are filled, but also the level of condition she brought, which was not overdone, not too lean, none of that, right? And that's really key. We look over here at Danielle now from the back. Danielle has still that good classic kind of fit model shape, but she was a little bit leaner. Also from the back, it appears a little bit less muscular, right? So not as much from the glutes, not as much from the quads and the hamstrings here as far as development goes or fullness goes. And so again, fit model is really promoting right now that filled out look. It started to take that turn more the end of last season. I was seeing that with my own clients. And going into this season, it's definitely what we're looking at. Over here again, we are looking at Jada, and she does have, again, good shape, but just a little bit under muscle, right? Not as much development in the glutes, not as much in the quads, not as much in the hamstrings. So just a little bit of a smaller look, leaner look, not as filled out look. Again, not really what we're seeing in fit model right now, just winning, right? That's just not what is really going. But again, granted, top 5 Nationals, awesome job. Just want to showcase for everybody watching, this is where this division is really heading. Comment, by the way, if you like where this is going. Do you like where fit model is heading right now? More fullness, more shape? Or, are you still one of those people that don't like this division at all? Want to hear it? Drop it in the comments, okay? Let's take a look at now our 4th and our 5th. We have Grace, and then in 5th we have over here Tabitha. Okay, so we got these two, and this is where you start to see a little bit more just a difference in really where the direction's going. And instantly, the first thing you can see is both of these athletes contain less filled out physiques. They have less muscle, less of that fullness, less of that shape happening, right? So Grace, she has good overall shoulder shape. She has a good taper in at the midsection, good balance from the glutes, the quads, the hamstrings. Really, all she needs to do is fill it out a little bit more, bring a little bit more of that fullness to stage. And that's going to be, perfect for her. Same thing going on over here for Tabitha. Good overall shape, tapers in very well, really narrow waist effect, good lower body development here, good overall fullness there. But, bringing that through for the rest of her physique. And I would assume when we get to the back, we get to see really, again, just the difference, right? So, Faithlynn, a lot more filled out in the glutes, a lot more filled out in the quads, a lot more fullness just overall. And that's really, again, where fit model's at. That's the point where it's at. So, if you're bringing it too lean, too small, too tiny, you want to really focus on that fullness right now in fit model. I guarantee you. And it's going to be very interesting to see how this first pro, season is going to look for this division. But yeah, everything is looking great for this. Congrats to all these ladies here. I want to know what you think. Is fit model the division for you? Have you been watching it for the year? Now you're like, want to jump in there, or, you have no idea. Are you bikini? Are you fit model? If you're wondering that, you need my roadmap. Come on, hang out with me. Come over here, do this. It's killer. Seriously, I've been getting so much positive experience, and that's exactly why I did it. I want to make an offer for all of you that was like a free experience. It is so cool. They're just so good, so beneficial that it would change your game on stage, because that's my goal. That's why I make these videos. That's why I do this. Try to help you do better on stage. All right, thanks for watching. Coach Rye is out.